Good morning, Arizona. Debbie Hernandez here at the Arrowhead Ranch Home Depot in Glendale. And this morning we're talking about all different kinds of shelving. We've got some new stuff and some stuff we're going to remind you about that really looks beautiful. So first we're going to talk about mounting the brackets. And no matter what type of shelving you're using, especially the one I'm going to be showing today, it's pretty heavy shelving. And then you're going to be putting your belongings on it, so it makes it even heavier. So you want to either use a stud finder and make sure you find a stud. And to do that, you're going to just put it on your wall and then run it over, and it is going to tell you exactly where a stud is. And that's where you want to mount your brackets, if possible. Sometimes we want to put them in spots where there is no stud, so for that we're going to use a couple different things. This is called toggle bolts, and this toggle bolt is old school, where you put the bracket behind the screw and then you drill a hole into the wall, and when you push the toggle bolt through, it flattens in the back of the wall, and then you screw it in so it holds it like that with counterbalance. This is a new one on the other side, and this one is a toggle bolt. You screw it in, it's self-drilling, you can see right here, and once you screw it in, it folds sideways, and I'm going to show you how that works. We're just going to screw it in, and as you go, it will flatten out sideways and pull against the wall just like the other one, and that will hold up to 100 pounds. So these are really nice. Even if you can get one stud and one toggle bolt, that works as well. This shelving is brand new, and this is butcher block shelving. This one happens to be a 24-inch nice dark walnut, and it's heavy, beautiful walnut shelving. Now you can see here it comes in unfinished birch and walnut in all different sizes, from 24-inch all the way to 6 feet. And the different brackets you can use are the one at the top, which is a T bracket, so it's got a back T and then comes up and hugs the shelf in the front. Then we've got L brackets on this side, and then here's the one I used for this display, and it's a triangle bracket. So whatever you choose, you're going to mount them again into a stud or use heavy-duty toggle bolts, and then you want to level the brackets. So for this project, you're going to need a stud finder, a level, a tape measure, and a drill. And that's really going to help you with any shelving that you put up. And once you get it up, you slide your shelf in, and it looks gorgeous. So I'm going to have all this information on my Home Depot Debbie Facebook page and Instagram. If you have any questions, you could find me here at the Arrowhead Ranch Home Depot. And coming up in the next segment, I'm going to show you another kind of shelving, including the most popular floating shelves. Have a great day, everybody. Good morning, Arizona. Debbie Hernandez here, and this morning we've been talking about different types of shelving and how to mount them. So we talked about briefly toggle bolts, and this is an all-in-one self-tapping toggle bolt, holds up to 100 pounds. This is an old school toggle bolt that also holds a lot of weight. So if you can't get to a stud, then you want to make sure to use a toggle bolt, or get in one stud and use a toggle bolt for the other side, the other bracket. Whatever you can do to make sure you can bear the most weight, because shelves are heavy in themselves with the brackets, and then also your belongings that you put on them. Now earlier we talked about some new butcher block shelving with some really cool urban style brackets, and now we're going to be talking about floating shelves. Now at Home Depot we have so many different types of shelves, but this happens to be one of the most popular because then you don't have anything below or above. To hang a floating shelf, it's going to come with a bracket like this with 2 protruding bars, and those go into the holes in the back of the floating shelf. So it makes it real easy to make sure it's going to fit onto the bracket. Now to mount it, it also comes with a mounting template. And what you're going to do is you're going to level the template on the wall, and you're going to make sure that it's right in between those lines, and then you're going to tape it to the wall, and it marks exactly where the screw holes match the bracket. You're going to mark those through, make a hole through the markings, and then put a pencil mark, take the template off, and then all you have to do is put your bracket up to where your markings are and screw in the bracket. Now again, you want to make sure when you're mounting this, you find your stud with your stud finder, which is right here. You're going to find it on there, and then you're going to mark it where the studs are. And again, if you can't find a stud, use a toggle bolt. Once you have your bracket mounted, you're going to make sure you put the shelf into where the holes are, which make it very easy. I'm just going to get that on there. Hold on. Sideways. And then you push it on like so. It hides the bracket, and then you can have the screw holes on top or from underneath to secure the shelf to the bracket. Once that's done, you can see it's a floating shelf, nothing under or over. You can put your stuff on it and enjoy. So I'm going to have all this information on my Home Depot W Facebook page and Instagram. If you have any questions, you can find me here at the Arrowhead Ranch Home Depot. So put up your shelf.